N3 Toll Concession says high traffic volumes are expected across the country as thousands travel to different destinations ahead of New Year's Eve tomorrow. N3TC spokesperson Conru says at the moment traffic is at moderate levels at various toll gates. This includes those which are usually busy in KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. Authorities are expecting traffic to pick up a little during the course of the day. Traffic officials are appealing to motorists to exercise caution and drive carefully and to exercise particular care towards the safety of children in motor vehicles. Well, for more on this story, we cross to our reporter Bongani Gema at the Marion Hill Toll Plaza in KwaZulu-Natal. Good afternoon, Bongani. Tell us what's happening where you are.
Good afternoon, Nompu. As you rightly say, we are here at the Marion Hill Toll Plaza. Now, remember that this is one of the biggest toll plazas in the province with approaching the 16th long weekend. We heard this, there are about 2,000 vehicles passing through this toll plaza per hour. And you remember this, in this season, you also have a high number of vehicles and a high number of corrupt officials who are get involved in corrupt activities. But to tell us more, I have with here now the Minister of Transport, Mr. Fikile Mbalula. Minister, thank you for your time. Firstly, Minister, can you tell us the purpose, or can you first tell us why are we here today?
It is the continuation of Operation #Live Beyond December, Arrive Alive. We are here in KZN today. As you know that people will be flocking here today and tomorrow and others going out. We're raising awareness, but we're putting those who break the law into their place where they belong, and that's what we're doing.
Minister, every year we have people who get involved in drinking and driving. What are we missing? Is there any difference this year?
There's no difference. 365 days a year, people get drunk on the roads. And that is why we are going to ensure that the law does bite for drink and driving. It's a serious, serious matter for South Africa and for a lot of fatalities on our roads. An account of those, it is because of drink and driving and roadworthy vehicles, driving over the speed limit. All of those, it's a bucket of things, but topping the list is drink and driving, and that will actually be attended to.
Minister, also every year we face corrupt officials who get involved in corrupt activities. This year, how are you doing?
This year we have infused in our approach, sting approach. We have arrested 2 police officers under the sting approach, Operation Takedown, and working with the police, the Hawks, and our law enforcement in general, and the prosecutors. We're taking them down. Those who take bribes, they must know that their days are numbered. We arrested 2 in Pretoria. It is continuing throughout the country. It is going to be sporadic, spontaneous, all over. Because it is important. We've got to do something about people who are law officers, who undermine initiatives of keeping South Africans safe. So we lock them away, and that is what is going to happen. We have started, and it is going all over the place and all over the country, and I'm quite happy about already what we are getting. But generally, law enforcement officers throughout the festive season, majority of them have behaved quite well. And the fact that we can't catch anyone being bribed or we're catching a few, it shows that the message is going through. And that is what is important. If you are a law enforcement officer, you must respect the uniform. You must respect the law, because society expects a lot from you in terms of ensuring that you bring those that break the law to book. We are a nation that prides itself with the rule of law, and the law enforcement must be in the forefront. It cannot be that one person who's doing something wrong account for all. I salute those who go beyond the call of duty to ensure that we keep safe, and those who are driving on our roads abide by the rules and the law.
Okay, Minister, now the death toll on our roads, are you able to now tell us the statistics so far nationally and in the province of KwaZulu-Natal?
Well, there is a reduction of 30% in the death toll, particularly fatalities. That is encouraging, but one life lost is too many. We are not happy about the numbers of people dying on our roads. It's too much. We are at 30% reduction as compared to other years. So that says that the campaigns we have embarked upon, the law enforcement, ensuring that the authority of the state is actually felt on our roads is very important. And I think generally the drivers, the citizens of our country have been responding well to the message of live beyond December and arrive alive. And this is quite encouraging. There are a few rotten potatoes. When we tell them, buckle up, don't speed, don't drunk and drive, you know, they still do it. Just last night, we registered a big fatality in this region towards the Eastern Cape border of 2 head-on collision vehicles, minibus taxis. 5 people died. And they were driving in the rain, and it is assumed that the driver was actually could not keep control because of the rain. And all we're saying, when you drive in the rain, in the wet conditions, you've got to be extra careful. It's simple things that we've got to do that will keep us alive and keep the citizens alive. And we have declared war on unroadworthy vehicles. Some of the vehicles here we have impounded today, stolen, no documentation. 900 general, people have been arrested, 900 on general criminal cases across. But we've got 70 people between Pietermaritzburg and Durban since Friday who have been arrested for drink and driving. So that shows you that there is no regard for the law. Between Pietermaritzburg and Durban, between Friday and today, 70 people have been arrested. But we're not resting, and we're going harder and harder up until the 15th of January. And on the 23rd of January, we'll give you the final statistics of how the festive season was in terms of Live Beyond December, Arrive Alive campaign.
Okay, Minister, now, people are now on the road preparing for the New Year's Eve celebrations. What message would you like to send to them to make sure these numbers don't go up?
Let's keep it up. Hashtag Live Beyond December, Arrive Alive. Keep up with the basics on our roads, buckle up. Don't drive, drive within the speed limit that is allocated, 120 kilometers per hour. And whatever speed limit that is allocated in the zone that you are driving in, don't drink and drive. That is what is important. We declare war, and those who are driving recklessly on our roads, we've got an appointment with them. We've got a police officer who was arrested twice, and which then explain what I've been saying, that those people who are arrested for drink and driving, they must find it hard to get bail. It must be opposed at all time. And this is what we must do, working with the rest of the law enforcement going forward. We will improve, we will close the gaps from what we have been learning from in terms of this campaign. Going forward, we will tighten the law. ARTO is coming into act by June and into implementation, the demerit system. But over and above that, I want drunkards behind the bus. They must face the consequences. And that we are going to do in 2020. We've got an appointment with them.
Minister Mbalula, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it. That was the Minister of Transport, Mr. Fikile Mbalula, basically saying that law enforcement officers will continue to be out in full force to clamp down on unruly behavior on our road. Back to you in studio, Nambu.
Thanks very much, my colleague there, Bongani Ngema, reporting from KwaZulu-Natal.